Everybody is looking for that defining moment in music history. For many, it was the rise of grunge in the 90s. Grunge exploded out of Seattle in the early 90s with bands like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, and Soundgarden leading the charge. It was raw, loud, and spoke to a generation fed up with polished pop. Grunge wasn't just music, it was an attitude. Ripped jeans, flannel shirts, and a devil-may-care vibe defined the look. But it was the music, those heavy guitar riffs and angst-filled lyrics that truly set it apart. Songs like Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit became anthems for disenchanted youth. Grunge made it okay to be imperfect, to feel deeply, and to express those feelings loudly. And its influence still felt today in rock and alternative music. So next time you hear a grunge track, remember it's more than music, it's a revolution. Grunge wasn't just a sound, it was a seismic cultural shift, a raw, rebellious explosion that changed music forever. And at the heart of this revolution were four bands that defined a generation: Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and Alice in Chains. These bands shaped the movement that turned the music world upside down forever. In 1991, a three-piece band from Aberdeen, Washington, dropped an album that changed everything. Nirvana's Nevermind, led by the late Kurt Cobain, shattered the dominance of glam rock and hair metal. Smells Like Teen Spirit wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural detonation. Kurt's haunting lyrics, combined with raw guitars and a don't care aesthetic, made Nirvana the face of a new youth rebellion. Suddenly, flannel shirts and angst weren't just underground, they were mainstream. While Nirvana lit the fuse, Pearl Jam gave grunge its soul. Formed from the ashes of Mother Love Bone, their debut album 10 combined stadium-sized rock with emotionally raw storytelling. Frontman Eddie Vedder's deep voice and introspective lyrics turned songs like Alive and Jeremy into anthems. Pearl Jam fought against the music industry's excess, even refusing to make traditional music videos, and became symbols of artistic integrity. Soundgarden brought the thunder, with roots stretching back to the mid-'80s. They were one of the earliest bands on the Seattle scene. Their sound, heavy, sludgy, and experimental, gave grunge a darker, more complex dimension. Chris Cornell's soaring vocals and Kim Thiel's innovative guitar work elevated albums like Super Unknown to legendary status. Songs like Black Hole Sun proved that grunge could be both heavy and hauntingly beautiful. Alice in Chains stood apart with their unique fusion of metal and grunge. Their harmonies were eerie, their riffs heavy, and their lyrics often unflinchingly bleak. Lane Staley's voice, equal parts pain and power, made songs like Man in the Box and Rooster unforgettable. Their unplugged performance in 1996 remains one of the most haunting in rock history, capturing the raw vulnerability at the heart of grunge. Together, these four bands didn't just create a genre, they defined an era. They gave voice to a generation that felt unseen. They made it okay to be messy, to be angry, to feel lost. Though grunge's mainstream reign was short-lived, its influence echoes through rock, fashion, and culture to this day. The big four of grunge weren't just bands, they were a revolution. If you like this dive into grunge history, hit that like button, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, who's your favorite of the big four? Until next time, stay loud, stay real.